Hello friends, in this series of video lectures, today we'll study how we can change a sentence from active to passive. In the last two lectures, we have understood what do we understand by the term active and passive verb, voice, and what is a transitive verb. So these were the two things which were touched in the last lecture. Just to remind you, I am again repeating them. So a verb is said to be in active voice when the subject does something, and it is said to be in passive voice when something is done on the subject. For example, if I just say that I write books, then I am doing something. In that case, the verb is active. But if I just say books are read by me, then the sentence will be passive. In the second lecture, we understood that only those sentences which have a transitive verb can be changed into passive. If I say I am a teacher, then this is a sentence which cannot be changed into passive. Why? Because the verb ismr is always intransitive in nature. It is the only verb here and it is intransitive in nature. So this is a sentence which cannot be changed into passive. But if I say I teach English, then this sentence can be changed into passive. So today in this lecture, we will study how we can change different sentences in different tenses into passive. So we'll take simple examples like this. For example, if I say I teach English, this sentence is in simple present tense, and if we want to change it into passive, we need to make certain changes. The first change is the inversion of subject and object. By which I mean that we'll change their position. We'll make subject the object and object the subjects. So in that case, the first change will be that I'll say English is taught by me. One more change which I have done is I have used is mr as per the subject as the helping verb. I have used third form of the verb, and I have used by to show the agent. So whenever we change any sentence from active to passive, we make certain changes. The first change is that we change the position of subject and object. The second change is that we use some helping verbs, and third, we use the third form of the verb always whenever we are using any passive voice, and we use by to show the agent. So when it comes to simple present tense, the sentences in simple present tense can be changed into passive by changing subject into object, object into subject, and using ismr as the helping verbs and third form of the verb. So just to repeat, when I say I teach English, this sentence can be changed into passive by the following method. English is taught by me. Suppose if I say I am teaching English, then its passive will be English is being taught by me. So I have used ismr, the same helping verbs which we use in present continuous tenses. In addition, I have used being to show the continuity of the action, and again I have used the third form of the verb. So if we go further, and if I say I have taught English, then its passive will be English has been taught by me. So again I have taken been as the helping verb and third form of the verb. So if we reach to the fourth sentence structure, that is called present perfect continuous tense, then these sentences cannot be changed into passive. The simple reason is that these sentences show an incomplete action which started at some point of time in the past and which is still continuing. So any sentence which contains perfect continuous tense cannot be changed into passive. So from present continuous tense, we move on to simple past tenses. If I say I taught English, its passive will be English was taught by me. If I use past continuous tense, and if I say I was teaching English, then its passive will be English was being taught by me. And if I say I had taught English, then its passive will be English had been taught by me. The fourth sentence again, which is perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, cannot be changed into passive. If we move on to simple future, then we need to keep in mind that most of the tenses in simple future cannot be changed into passive because they show some action which will be happening at some point of time in the future. So we can and these are the sentences which are not normally used in day-to-day conversation. So we'll just study how a sentence in simple future tense can be changed into passive. So if I say I will teach English, its passive will be English will be taught by me. So this is the way we can change sentences from active to passive, and we need to keep in mind that no sentence which contains perfect continuous tenses can be changed into passive. Number two, whenever we are changing any subject, any sentence from active to passive, we inverse the position of subject and object. We put subject in place of object and object in place of subject. We use by if we want to show the agent, and at the same time we always use third form of the verb in passive voice. So in the next lecture we will study that just knowing that each and every sentence can be changed into passive is not enough. We also know, or we must know, that in what conditions do we prefer the passive voice. Thank you very much.